Whatever the reason is you're doing this, focus on that. Maybe it will help.
Trust me, I've been through worse.
No, you haven't.
So welcome everyone. We are going to chat a little bit quickly before we watch our movie of the night that we're watching because of one of the people joining us, and that's Connor Irving. We are watching X-Men Origins Wolverine. Is that
excellent?
So yeah, I'm Lou Gonzalez. Joining me is Connor Irving, who you've already heard. Leonardo.
What's up?
John Scott.
I was watching a semi-decent superhero movie before I started this, so preemptive fuck you to Connor.
And yeah, John Seiler.
Oh my god, this is gonna be miserable.
Yeah. So I guess like we'll go quick round of like I guess news stuff. So officially we have a Moon Knight. And he's in maybe also in one of the worst X-Men movies, maybe the second worst after this movie.
They're all bad, so it doesn't matter.
Wolverine Origins is still not as bad as Apocalypse or
I've not seen Apocalypse.
Or X-Men.
That's a false statement, sir.
And that's me saying this like before watching this movie. Yeah, man.
I was gonna say, well, at least Origins has Deadpool, but then I forgot that they fucking ruined him. So I was like, that's not a good point.
Man, you get like a good 15 minutes of him.
I think you are highly overestimating how long Ryan Reynolds is in this movie.
Yeah.
I think Ryan Reynolds is in like 7 minutes.
15. I like. We'll put that on the counter. I think we at least get 15.
So yeah, Oscar Isaac is going to be Moon Knight. That's fucking crazy.
What good casting.
That's
Great choice.
He must like want to do that character though, because that's
I'm waiting for Hunter to like break into the chat somehow.
Because that's like what I would say Moon Knight's like a C-lister at best.
Probably currently, yeah.
C-lister to everyone else but Hunter Davenport.
Like I like the character a lot, but like nobody knows who he is.
You know what? I would actually say that like Moon Knight is probably like a low B tier now. Like given like the last like I feel like 5 years of like them kind of like really trying to like up his stock.
Well, I think that's because they've had this show in mind.
I mean, maybe, but like I don't think you have that worn out.
Just say like a giant event with him. Like
I don't think you have like basically the big push with Moon Knight if you don't have the success of Warren Ellis's Moon Knight.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Because I mean, like even previous to Warren Ellis's Moon Knight, like we had Bendis and Malev's Moon Knight, and that should have been also kind of a home run. But that book kind of came and went, and no one really ever thinks about it anymore. But like that Warren Ellis run, like kind of like really did like do wonders for that character.
So that's kind of the only big news. I do want to get into, so a couple of us read, I know it was my second time reading the comic that this movie is based on. And we could talk about it really quick, because the movie only really takes that intro from the book, which I hate the book. I hate almost everything about Wolverine Origins. I hate all the backstory they give him. I hate the idea of Wolverine being brothers with Sabretooth. I hate what they do to the female character, because why does every woman, one, have to be a redhead around Wolverine, and two, have to die? I hate that, like, the whole mom having an affair with the gardener, like the housekeeper thing, and him being a sickly child, and, like, it's all, like, really weird, and that then he takes the name Logan from that guy.
Yeah.
I hate all that stuff. I don't know. Does any like?
Wasn't the book written because they were making the movie, so they were like, "You gotta like tie it in"?
I don't remember. They came out.
Wolverine Origins came out like very early 2001 or 2000s. Like that book, and like you read that book, it reads like just like an early 2000s comic book.
So,
like,
do you want to know when?
Like Ultimates, it reads just like in like Identity Crisis. It's like a little bit too dark for its own good. It thinks it's like a lot smarter than what it really kind of is. It's like shitty in a lot of ways. Like 2000s era comics kind
It
of are.
was November 01 to July 02.
Yeah.
God, who wrote it?
I mean,
Joe Quesada, Paul Jenkins, and Bill Jem.
Jenkins and Quesada and Coop.
I feel like this has all been retconned away.
Because they did a sequel to Origins, like in
God, yeah, I know they did.
2013.
In the early 2010s, and then there was a Wolverine Origins comic book that ran for like 4 years. It was written by Daniel Way, who like for like a while was kind of like the worst writer at Marvel. Like,
is that the Romulus one?
Yes.
Oh my god, fuck you, fuck Romulus. Worst story ever. Talk about like this book made ever, like Wolverine's Origins terrible. That book with the idea of like, what were they, like the Lupin mutates or some dumb shit like that? It involved like Wolverine, Sabretooth, Wolfsbane, was it Feral and her sister? And I think like Sasquatch was part of it. It was like specifically like canine evolutionary, like werewolfy people are not the same as regular mutants. And then there's this like older, crazy, like jacked up, like Wolverine looking dude named Romulus, who's the guy who's done everything fucking shitty to Wolverine's life. It's real goddamn dumb. It's like 90s shit in 2015.
It's like that, like evil character who is pulling the strings all along type archetype. That like
it's Mr. Sinister. It's bad Mr. Sinister with Wolverine hair and like Sabretooth body.
Yeah.
I gotta find a picture of this guy because Romulus sucks.
Anytime like a writer like does that shit, like it just bothers me. Like when Brian Michael Bendis started writing Superman, and he like introduced that Ronald Czar character, and he was like, "I'm the one that actually blew up Krypton," and I'm like, "Oh my god, no one gives a shit."
One, right? Like the 10th person above Krypton.
I just dropped a picture in the Craig chat, in the Discord chat. That's Romulus.
Yeah, he's like tall, buff, like Wolverine. He looks like Wolverine's dad.
But he has a claw on his thumb. But do you want to know what the spoiler is?
Yes.
God, isn't he like related to Wolverine in some way?
Well, he says he's like the originator of their breed. Like all the lupine mutants are his descendants. He also has like kind of, you can't tell in that picture, he has like Super Saiyan 3 hair. So he has like Wolverine hair in the front, but then the bangs, but then it's really long in the back.
What a terrible character.
Wolverine sucks. I think Wolverine just sucks, dude. Like, fuck, I don't.
I wouldn't go that far.
Wolverine is just like super overused. Is the problem?
I mean, there are a lot of talentless writers have written like bad Wolverine stories over the years. But like,
here's a design picture. But do you want to know what the big spoiler is to this? He doesn't actually have claws. They're adamantium, but they're just on his gloves. And the reason he's doing all this is he's jealous of Wolverine because Wolverine's a better version of him.
That's stupid.
That's literally the whole twist.
Yeah, that's incredibly stupid.
Daniel Way.
His body is not proportionate to himself. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's why he's so 90s. Like he's 90s in like 2013 or 2014 or whenever that was.
Like Daniel Way, like kind of like lucked. I feel like lucked into like a lot of prominence because he was like the writer of Deadpool post.
Liefeld?
No, it was post Secret Invasion, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And so he wrote like that like first kind of big return to Deadpool and like
the good run before. Yeah.
Well, I think that's debatable.
Good in hindsight, yeah, or like before hindsight, but it's like very much like the Deadpool who's obsessed with like chimichangas and like bullshit. Tacos.
Like it's basically like Daniel Way, like
it's the comedy like, Deadpool, like not the insane crazy one of the before that.
Yeah, and it's like
because that's post cable Deadpool too. Like that's like it's like after all that stuff, and he just takes it to the extreme. also want to say the
Yeah,
only
it's after Cable Deadpool.
Yeah. The only good thing that came out of that Origins comic, I believe, is Daken. And I only like Daken now in the new X books.
Was
like
Doc in wasn't that was where his origin was?
Yeah. I think that's where that's where he was made. Right?
Maybe? Now I didn't think so, but maybe?
Yeah, he first appeared in Wolverine Origins number 10.
Huh.
Yeah, he's literally the only saving grace from that.
Yeah, I like Daken.
He's real fun now with is it X Factor team? Is that's what he's on now?
Yeah, I don't think he got as good until Dark Wolverine, or he became Wolverine in the Wolverine book, and it was Dark Wolverine, and he was part of the Thunderbolts, and he was bisexual, sexual predator Wolverine. I'm yeah, I dig this.
Yeah, because he has pheromone powers.
Yeah, you know what? That's also not great. Can we also just put a moratorium on characters who have pheromone powers?
Oh, like Star Fox?
Like Star Fox? Really? The only one who's allowed to have them is Poison Ivy?
Yeah, which Star Fox, one of the best, the only good book that he's part of is literally him being on trial for basically rape and the creation.
Yeah, man, that She-Hulk book is good.
Yeah. Alright, well, we've shit on shitty Wolverine comics, so let's shit on a shitty Wolverine movie. Does everybody have it up and ready to hit play?
Wait, I have a small question. Since I'm watching on my phone, also Discord on my phone, is it going to play together? Is it going to interact?
I have no idea.
Should work fine.
Yeah. Alright, so, John Scott, do you want to count us down?
Yeah, but preemptive fuck this movie. 3, 2, 1.
I'm just really glad that we could all come together and hate this movie.
Which we're watching this because Connor says that he sort of likes it. So
God, it was a single offhand comment about how I find it as a
had never seen it.
I can't. Guys, it was an offhand comment about how I find this movie comforting when I'm kind of sick, and then it was blown into this heroic proportion.
You love this movie.
Yeah, no, I do love this movie now.
Okay, so mine started buffering on me.
Friendship is magical.
Okay, I just got to the Marvel logo. I'm 38, 39, Northwest Territories, Canada, 1845.
Okay.
Yep, that's a place.
Connor live? Is this Connor's house?
That's where I grew up.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing, because in the comic, he's Dog, and so I guess he just adopts the name Creed. Oh, you know what I just realized? They kind of ripped off JoJo in that comic.
What's your timestamp right now, guys?
1:26:27.
Ooh, okay.
But in the comic, Sabretooth kills his dog. And, it's kind of shitty, but their friend, Dio is, in the first season of JoJo.
Remember, when I got to that scene, I think I had, that same thought. I just Wolverine Origins comic is just, so, out of my mind, and I just completely forgot about it.
Man, who needs any preamble or establishing characters when we can just start right at the end of the third comic?
Well, I think the idea is you've been watching. So this movie comes out after X3, I believe, right?
Yes.
Can you guys give me a timestamp real quick?
217.
Was it?
220, 222.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this is what's different from the comic. In the comic, the mom is insane because he already attacked her once.
Well, no, Logan didn't it was like the farmhand attacked her at one point.
No, I thought it was scars from Wolverine.
I thought it was scars from the farmhand who like was his real dad.
Did the claws pop out yet?
Yes,
Yeah.
they just popped out, and he just
Stabbed his dad in the chest.
well, the dad who was the farmhand who was banging his mom,
Yeah.
as opposed to
Okay, so I know where you are. I'm
Yeah.
watching on my phone now because my computer decided to not work with me.
yeah, because in the comic everyone's dead except for Wolverine, Sabretooth, and a girl that they don't even have in this.
Yeah. Ditching the girl is probably like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the long run.
Oh, I just noticed that they gave him the fingernails already.
A lot of like the dog in Origins was supposed to be Sabretooth, but they didn't like really want to do like the hard commit. So like basically like having Sabretooth and Logan being like brothers who like run away together, like I don't know, man. Makes kind of like a little bit more sense for like what you want to kind of do.
Well, yes, except for in the movie universe where neither of them address it.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yes, yeah.
Like, that's the whole thing. This is in universe to X-Men 1, where Sabretooth, I guess, devolved. He got a secondary mutation that made him, like, a jobber.
I also like how he's trying to be all buddy-buddy, like, we're brothers and best friends forever.
Also, they're in the Civil War.
Yeah, they go south for some reason.
Like, because they, like, you know, live for so long.
Yeah, but why are they in America?
Are you guys on the title screens now? Oh, no, I know where you are. Okay, I see.
Because the movie's set in the Americas, right?
It says
Yeah.
doesn't live in Canada.
Because America rules.
In America and Canada.
Yeah,
So
so it
now-
goes from
yeah.
Canada to America.
Oh, look, Will.i.am. We're in World War One. Wonder if they'll come across... Hey, look, it's like that scene in Wonder Woman when they're in No Man's Land.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fine,
I forgot Hugh Jackman's hair in this movie.
Yeah, it's not good.
Dominic Monaghan. Oh, I forgot he's in this.
Oh, Taylor Kitsch before he was a star. Ish. Not really.
Alright, so I'm probably like a few seconds behind you, but whatever. I ended up doing a
Oh, wow.
star
He has
through the time.
he has the cigar, which is interesting because I think Joe Quesada's already eliminated smoking in comics at this point.
It's like funny because they also do this opening in the Wolverine, but it's like him being captured in Japan.
Yeah,
And he protects himself from the soldier from the atomic bomb. It's like a really cool opening.
that running does not look good ever.
Oh no.
The animal-looking run.
And this is where we see that Sabretooth is sadistic. And now we're in Vietnam, I guess. What is sad is that Liev Schreiber is like way too good for this movie in some ways.
Really good.
Now we're gonna make him totally bad because he's gonna try to rape a woman.
Well, I mean, this happened in Vietnam all the time, so you know.
Because he's becoming more feral.
Is he killing all the soldiers?
Yeah, he's gone full berserker rage.
Okay.
I do like Liev Schreiber is like just giving it his all in this. Like he's acting at 100.
Well, he's supposed to be he was supposed to be in Logan, I think, at one point.
Yeah, I think there was like scheduling problems or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
wasn't it supposed to be like a kingpin-ish like crime lord in like Las Vegas or something?
Yeah, I think like what was it? I think when Hugh Jackman's arresting after like being injured and losing a lot of blood, he was supposed to hallucinate him. Written by one half of the Game of Thrones guys.
Oh, okay.
What, Logan or this?
I didn't
This.
know that.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense, sadly.
Who's Kevin Hood?
I'm not Brian Cox. I think I might be ahead of you. I don't know.
No, we're at like the same spot.
Kind of a promising opening, am I right?
I
Hey,
remember
look,
as
there's
a
a
kid
rat.
being like, yeah, I like it.
Rat's my favorite character. It's the most honest.
This guy's like, oh god, where else do I know him from besides American Horror Story?
30 Days a Night.
Oh yeah,
He's the main vampire.
Isn't he in Wonder Woman? He's a fucking general guy.
oh yeah, he is in Wonder Woman.
He takes super cut or whatever. Super left.
I swear to God, I know what something this director did something else. I just don't remember what. I know it was like another big movie he tried again with. Just to see it.
General Ludendorff.
So this movie supposedly takes place in what? If that was Vietnam, we're like in
the 80s.
Is it the 80s or the 70s?
Supposed to be the 80s.
Vietnam era.
Hey, look, Ryan Reynolds. All right, here's a counter. It's 10:38. Let's see when he's gone from this movie.
Okay, so nine minutes.
I think like everybody on this team, for the most part, has been in other comic book things too. So this is Ryan Reynolds' second attempt at a comic book movie, because this is
Because I think
No,
Blade
this
came
was-
out before this.
Blade was before this, then it was
Yeah.
this movie, then it was Green Lantern, then it was Deadpool.
No, then it was R.I.P.D.
Never forget our RIPD.
Because what's his name? Who's the Blob? Is the villain in the Swamp Thing TV show?
He's also
plays
one of the
Woodrow.
bad guys on he's also one of the bad guys on Lost. This guy.
Mhm.
And then speaking
Yeah,
of which,
he's
you guys
been in a
on
million
Lost,
things. And I don't remember what his character is.
which one, the Asian or the other guy?
No, the what do you call it, from Lost?
Oh,
He's
Charlie.
wearing the cowboy hat. Why is he wearing the cowboy hat?
He is the lights guy. Like he's like big with like lights and electricity and everything.
Character development.
Yeah, oh, his name is Bolt. Is that a comic book character?
No, he's original. I believe
Oh,
he's
no.
original from the movie.
He's Mary from Lord of the Rings and Charlie from Lost.
Perfect, you got it.
And also Chucky's son from Seed of
Oh,
Chucky.
we forgot Will.i.am is there.
Oh,
Did we though?
No,
Did we forget?
The character
I
Bolt is
I just pointed out
from 95. So no, he's not a movie character. He's a character.
Wait, but this isn't supposed to be their first mission, right? This is supposed to be like a few missions in or something. Also, this guy's like whatever.
Happy
Yeah.
Trails, Tom?
Maverick.
I like
He's like a
Oh,
Superpower
yeah.
guns.
Yeah, he's a very dumb 90s Wolverine character.
That's not how physics work.
Doesn't matter, that's his mutant
Yeah,
ability.
I mean that's
What the fuck?
this is
Oh,
What the fuck?
yeah.
super
Oh,
Hell
hero
yeah,
landing.
backflip.
flip.
And the cool pose.
What's it called?
Superhero landing?
I forgot you
Superhero
like the
landing?
movie though.
Guys, that's a superhero landing.
Who is this guy? Fred.
The Blob. Fred
That's the
Dukes.
Blob, yeah.
No, but like the actor I meant.
Oh,
Kevin Durand.
he's in everything.
Oh. I assume Logic is not talking about him, right? In one of the songs. No, he's talking about Kevin Durant. That's the basketball player, right?
Oh wait, I recognize this random faceless like head drug guy too. He was on a season of 24.
It's Kevin Durand, not Durant.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I was thinking about it. Kevin Durant, I'm a champion. It's not.
Hmm.
You
I can't see Logic rapping about it.
All right. This is the
Shut
best
him
part of
down.
the entire movie. We have to be quiet for it. It's the only good part. The direction for Dominic Monaghan must have been so annoying. Like, act like you're like doing stuff with your brain. Like, you just touch your temple.
Do the
I feel like
psychic thing.
But like that's the universal psychic symbol.
I
Like,
know.
that's what they all do.
So, like, in this, Wade Wilson's, like, everybody obviously has powers. What is his? Just ninja skills?
It's
Spin
just
swords.
swinging his sword back and forth.
Yeah, his
It's not even
superpower
that
is
good.
blade.
It's not even that good. It's fucking terrible.
His superpower is, like, instantaneous geometry?
His superpower is second chances because he got another chance to do this right.
That would actually be a hilarious mutant. Their power is geometry. Like,
Yeah,
like,
I'm really
they
good
could,
with squares.
well, but, like, they could just, like, know exactly how to do, like...
Why not send out Fred? He's indestructible, right? Just send him.
The Blob's not indestructible. He's not movable. So...
Yeah. Nothing.
Oh,
nothing
I
can.
forgot Will
Like,
I Am.
hey
Is,
man, throw back to the arcade game. Nothing can move the blob.
I forgot
Yeah.
Will I Am is basically Nightcrawler in this movie.
Yeah. Oh, is he a character? Also, like, why is Wolverine and Sabretooth there? Like, they don't need them.
Plot. That's why, Lou. The plot.
Did you find Wolverine? Got in 3 days.
It's
Right.
like the shit rock from American Dad.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the wishing rock from Wonder Woman.
Wait, Adamantium is from space now?
Yes.
Know the language. Immediate. Know what it is. We found it. Set. Let him down.
I didn't even know Will I Am's character was a comic book character.
Alright, so who had the worst movie? Will I Am or Taboo?
Oh, Taboo.
Taboo for sure.
Like this is like there are some like more fun moments in this movie so far than the entirety of Legitimately.
Yeah, we should also say, like, so yeah, this is the fourth of the X-Men franchise by Fox. And this pretty much ended that universe.
For 2 years. Oh yeah, you're gonna hear Hugh Jackman yell Victor in a really funny way a lot.
Yeah, drink every time you hear Victor.
You'll be
They
dead
nailed
by
the
halfway
line.
through the movie, dude.
So yeah, this movie, I'm trying to look here. The budget was $150 million. And it made 180 about in the US and 193 world international. So it got like $3 million or $373 million. But it was so panned, it basically ended this version of the universe.
Yeah, and I forgot like essentially because we
They were
should
supposed to
probably
do
talk-
like 3 other origin movies.
Yeah, there was like a Magneto one and an
Well,
Xavier
the
one.
Magneto one turned into First Class.
Basically.
But we should have probably talked about this before like the movie started, but there was also like 3 months before this movie came out, the entire film was leaked online as a early test screen that had unfinished CGI parts of it. So like it's just like this movie just had such a fucking tumultuous like release schedule.
Now, you say unfinished, but was it really finished in the first place?
Like it's finished here, but it was even less unfinished before.
That surprises me because some of these effects are pretty bad.
Yeah. Oh no. Like yeah,
Random
it looks
thunder.
cheap.
I should mention this is the first time I've actually seen the completed special effects in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, can you guys hear that?
I can.
Hey, that's here.
6 years later.
This is my house. I'm right here, right now.
No one knew this movie.
Trying to remember what the other Origins movie they were going to do besides Magneto.
I'm looking right now.
God, this is Silver Fox, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The super whitewashed Silver Fox, I'm pretty sure.
I remember seeing her in the cartoon, and she was like brown.
Oh.
Because
and
this
then I
is.
saw the movie, and I was like, what?
Connor, you'll be disappointed. Guess where this movie was mostly shot in?
I'm going to say Australia.
Are you looking right now? Because you're correct.
No, yeah, no, I know Australia is like a really cheap place to film movies.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
so the person playing Silver Fox is very white.
Guess what else movie she's in?
I saw already, so I won't answer. One of the movie that we were going to watch, but then didn't. So I guess they're making Silver Fox kind of the redheaded character in a way.
I guess? Question mark.
Well, Silver Fox was one of Wolverine's going to die love interests.
So the only one that was supposed to be in development at the time was the
Magneto one.
Magneto one, but the elements of it were incorporated in First Class.
I remember liking this thing, but like it's so dumb. Like,
This dude's really excited about being in a carnival. Why would you do that in the first place? Just smash it on the ground.
Yeah, why don't you just break it?
Also, why do they look like Michelle Williams?
Honestly, that could be Michelle Williams.
I'm looking right now. If it's Michelle Williams, I'm going to be actually upset. Cannot
okay, this
see.
character is such a loser for like just using his powers to turn random things on. It's so lame.
I mean, this is what I would do.
Somewhere.
Well, you like this movie, so.
No, fair enough. Good point.
I feel like that's just going to be our jokes the whole time. It's just Connor likes this. We're
Well,
running with
anytime
this.
you have something positive to
It
say,
is
I'm
not
like,
Michelle
"Oh, you like this
Williams.
movie."
That actress was also in Silent Hill Revelation and The Great
no.
Gatsby.
Oh, no. Wait. It wasn't. Hang on.
She is Adelaide Clemens.
Why do I know that name?
She plays Heather Alicia in Silent Hill Revelations.
Oh, that's why. Okay. I thought she was my second guess would have been who was it? She was Heather.
She's one of like the main people in Great Gatsby.
She was Heather in Silent Hill, huh? Oh, she was on Voltron for a hot minute. Okay.
To assume like the reason why he's like a carny is like he can be on the road, he can go from town to town. He's obviously like, you know,
God,
on
those
the run.
nails. Those nails look terrible.
They look like the you know those like little green fake fingers you'd always play with as a kid?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, they look like bad like witches finger things.
Yeah. What a stupid one-liner.
So wait, he was powering the whole place?
Yeah.
Oh. It's
That's
Hugh
why-
Jackman's biggest thing that he always does.
Screaming and flexing.
God, man, was her
Yes.
suck that bad?
Oh. Terrible, John.
Yes!
Also, I'm really
God,
not.
man, I completely forgot we saw Wolverine's orgasm face in this film.
Oh, was that what that was supposed to be? I thought he was dreaming.
Yeah, I think he's dreaming.
But your telling of it works fine too, because they're naked.
Honestly, it's funnier.
Oh, that was a terrible sex joke.
There is a thing called
Oh my God. I cannot get over his shitty hair. Is it a wig in this one?
No, it's definitely not a wig. I think he actually grew it out that far.
And his cigar is not lit.
I mean, don't people usually like taste cigars, or they'll leave them in their mouth just to taste it?
I got.
Absolutely thrilling
hey.
dialogue.
The guy who played Agent Zero was the main character's brother in Big Hero 6.
Oh.
Cool.
That's cool.
He's so much better in that.
Like, yeah, can you check for me? Agent Zero is Maverick, right?
Yes. I was looking up his comp because that's one thing, like, so far I have to give this movie is, like, there hasn't been a made-up character yet.
And then, has anyone here read the Wheel of Time series?
No.
Okay. I won't say it. I wasn't sure if... Like, I would just... Oh, okay. It's...
Yes, he is Agent Zero. And that is Maverick. Oh, this would have been so much cooler. I did not know he had an anti-healing factor in the comics.
Connor, there's your line. I'm
Wolverine?
Canadian.
Wow, look,
No,
been
no,
there.
Maverick. That's
You
a,
can clearly tell that's Canada because of the flag and the mountains. It's my home.
and you can totally tell she's Native American by her dark hair and her wearing, I don't know, a parka? Is that what that is? A poncho?
A cardigan, maybe? I don't know.
Cardigan with buffaloes on it?
Obviously, yeah. That's representation.
Is that supposed to be Wolverine thinking about having kids?
Yes.
I think so.
That or it's Wolverine gonna, like, I'm gonna go back and protect the world.
Strike it.
But what is it you do? I don't know what the script tells me.
Boy,
I
was
love how he
so
says that,
funny.
but we literally saw him do nothing in this movie so far, except yell, Victor.
I mean, this is presuming we've seen the first 3 X-Men movies.
Yeah, my point is, like, in all this stuff, we haven't actually seen him, like, involved in the Weapon X stuff.
Well, I mean, he was in the wars, so...
Yeah, I guess. So I guess that mission was their last mission,
My
where
land's gonna
Wolverine
lie.
did nothing.
Kind of a hurry there. Are you? Actually,
So Canadian.
better be.
Oh, calling him a runt.
This is not a Canadian.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's that Canadian hospitality? In which you're all so goddamn nice all the time.
What is Silver Fox's power supposed to be?
She
Mind
fucking doing what
manipulation?
she does.
I don't think that is. I think she has a healing factor. That's all. So I guess her powers in this movie are Native Americanness.
I don't think she has powers in this movie.
I'm quoting Wikipedia here.
Yeah, she
Tactical
does.
hypnosis.
I think she is like Silver Fox, like in like character name, but like she is like someone without powers.
So
I thought she had powers in this.
It says right here, tactical hypnosis, which allows her to control or convince others to do the things she wants them to by physical touch.
Hey,
Apparently
she just like touched that. She just touched that guy.
Yeah.
Michelle
so she
Monaghan.
basically can roofie people, or
Yes.
not roofie's not the right word. She can like give them like ecstasy, kind of.
Michelle Monaghan, by the way, was supposed to play her.
Oh, like, well, fine, but like, that's like treating out nothing, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Oh,
is.
I hate this. I hate this story.
This
I hate
is-
this.
Yeah.
This is so bad.
Oh, is she talking about the demon bear?
Yeah.
That's a bad joke. I'm sorry.
Honestly, a much better movie though.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, yeah.
Oh my god, this is like I'm looking at the trivia stuff. So there was this scene where they were fighting, I guess, in Africa, and there was supposed to be a young girl with white hair that was supposed to be Storm.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, that's like later in the movie.
Yeah,
Ugh.
but it's cut.
I hate this movie so much.
The way he gets the Wolverine name in the comic book is also fucking lame.
I also know, I already know where I'm placing this, by the way, on my list.
Oh my god, I did not realize.
At the very bottom?
Right near Artemis Fowl.
Holy shit! So like, I'm reading this thing. Liam Schreiber, they wanted to put him in a muscle suit for this movie, and he was so humiliated that he was like, "Can you just give me time to get jacked?" And he put on 40 pounds for this movie.
Oh my god.
Damn.
He said his quote is, he called it a genocide of chickens.
That's pretty funny.
Oh no.
That's pretty funny. What if
Yeah,
they
he
use a
trained while
contact
filming
lens?
Defiance, a much better movie.
Much better movie. Much better movie.
And him and Jackman basically trained together. Is
Well,
that
that
a
makes sense.
badger head? Or is it supposed to be a Wolverine head?
Let me see. Hugh Jackman expressed disappointment over this movie, admitting it fell short of his expectations. You think?
Okay, so this part of the film takes place in 79.
Okay.
I can't canonically, because it says like, it starts in 1845, then goes to the 1860s, 1910s, 44, because the 10s will be World War I, 44 is World War II, 73 is Vietnam, and 79 is where we're at. Oh, the other movie that was supposed to spin off was the Deadpool movie. That was supposed to happen.
Okay, did you see this about the... we'll get to this when we get to him rising out of the tank. Apparently, Hugh Jackman underwent a high-intensity weight training regimen. And that was like no digital touches.
I feel like this is the time of... When was 300?
07, so 2 years before this.
Yeah, so I feel like this was like all the dudes like needing to be yoked for real, although that was all digitally touched up. So this is from the comics.
This character we barely know is dead.
This white lady with this buffalo sweater.
Oh god.
That's how you know she's Native American, Lou.
Oh,
I
apparently,
can't tell if it's blood or if it's a tie-dye shirt.
This is Virginia, guys.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking here, and we'll get to him when he gets here. But you know how, like...
More tragedy. More Canada.
Poor Canada.
Look, it's more of our flag.
Oh, Hugh Jackman earned $25 million for this movie. Was it really worth it?
Yeah, for $25 million, I'd do this movie.
Apparently, Liev Schreiber and Hugh Jackman are like super. Oh, wait. Okay, David Harbour was supposed to be the Blob, and Michael C. Hall was considered for Stryker.
Both of those would have been better.
Yes. Well, David Harbour revealed he auditioned for the Blob. Actually, I lied.
Oh, I think he not getting the part probably helped him because he's going to be, what is it in Black Mirror?
I like the aesthetic of this bar, by the way.
And then Edgar Wright was supposed to be Bolt. Like that Edgar Wright.
So they're in Canada that guy's Southern?
Yes.
Also,
yeah, that's actually oddly canonical. We have a weird Southern crew here that like really idolize the South of America.
Lou,
you just got shown up, Lou. You just got shown up.
Lou, speaking of which, speaking of Victor Creed, speaking of 300, guess who was considered for the role of Sabretooth?
Oh, is it what's his name?
Gerard
Angel Has
Butler.
Fallen.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see it. Like he's a big name.
Carl Urban was the other guy.
Ooh. I bet they're both happy they didn't get it. That run. Oh, God, this fighting looks so bad.
This movie came out the week before Star Trek, so I think Carl Urban made the better choice.
Yes.
100%.
This is a terrible fight scene. It's so dark I can barely see anything. And the sound effects are terrible.
And the way it's edited is terrible.
Like, I love that he has to just hold his hands in fists because that's the only way to, like, do that effect. It's like, dude,
look how many edits are in these fight scenes, like cuts-wise.
Every, like, 3 seconds. Or
it's because they're on so much HGH and, like, steroids to get big that they can't actually move.
You should be dead, sir.
Well, technically, he doesn't have the adamantium yet, so he definitely has, like, a crushed skull.
Oh, those fucking logs are really funny.
I'm looking to see who was supposed to be, like, which character before the actual actors were cast. Chris Hemsworth was supposed to be, he auditioned for Gambit.
Ooh. How many people just, like, that audition for this are just, like, thank fucking God?
Maggie Q was considered for Silver Fox.
Maggie Q.
Young Kurt Wagner in Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix was considered for young Wolverine, but he was filming The Road.
Maggie Q would have been weird. I guess at least she's not white, but like she's Asian. Like she's half Chinese. Like that doesn't make any sense.
I'm still not over the fact that Edgar Wright was supposed to be Dominic Monaghan, Bolt's character.
That would have been fun. He would have definitely brought more. Him and Ryan Reynolds would have been fun. They would have had to do way more scenes of them.
But the reason why he didn't do it was because he doesn't act, and I'm like, that's fair.
Yeah, he held out to do the Sony exclusive powers.
Edgar Wright?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was thinking of oh my God, what is his name?
Charlton Copley.
No, what's the comedian? He's British. He sometimes performs in dresses.
Eddie Izzard?
Yeah, Eddie Izzard. That's who was in my head.
You mean?
Well, I was gonna say I feel like
Eddie Izzard came out with some stuff right recently.
Yeah.
He's just identified as a female, so that's why I'm using the correct pronouns. Whoa, okay. Sorry, I'm just looking to see. Apparently Scott Adkins is in this movie as the body double or stunt double for not
a
Deadpool.
wild idea. What if we pump metal into your body and it covers your bones?
I would laugh really hard actually is if like as soon as he stands up he just falls right down because it's so heavy. We are only at the 40-minute mark of this movie.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm rather looking up what Izzard has talked about, and she said that she came out as trans when she was 23 in 1985. She's never been like out in to like publicity, I guess.
Oh, good for her.
I mean, she did years of like stand
That's
up.
what I was saying. Like they were or she was famous for that. Like,
and it never felt like performative. Like
it was never part of the bit. It was just what she was doing at the time.
Thank God we got like 2 better Wolverine movies after this.
Yeah,
like, the Wolverine, I think it's like 80% good. Maybe 75% good.
Never
So you get to the Transformer.
I would say solid 4 out of 5.
But the Transformer doesn't last like more than 10 minutes and it's done. So
But like the movie, like the once he enters that tower, like that film just like it's like a fucking balloon just like farting in the wind, and they just like land with a sad thump on the ground.
Well, they just didn't know how to end it, and they just end it with a Transformer.
I like to think of it more as
like Viper's in that movie, and she's super bad.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I like more Giant Shredder. I like Leo's comparison.
How did they have the rights to Viper? She must have appeared in an X-Men movie before being in part of Hydra, I guess.
Hail Hydra.
You gotta start small.
Can you guys still hear me, by the way?
I missed like why he called him like Wolverine.
Can you guys still hear me, by the way?
Yes.
Yes. I missed it too. I figured it was dumb.
It was just like, what do you want to say in your name tag? Wolverine. Stamp.
Give me whatever you want.
Can you imagine it was something silly like floof or something? I don't know.
Like, I like how they're not even explaining the weapons. Like, it would have been more fun to do. I feel like they try later on with the Deadpool we get, but like
Maverick is a weapon.
Yeah, he's Weapon Zero.
Yeah.
So he's their first attempt.
Can you imagine
in the comics? Who are the other weapons? I'm trying to remember.
Can you imagine if it's like Maverick, but it's Tom Cruise from Top Gun?
There's like Sublime is a weapon. Like John Sublime. Deadpool. Nuke, I think, is technically a weapon.
Isn't Cap a weapon?
Cap is kind of a weapon.
I'm looking through them right now. John Steele. Professor. Wait. Does Captain America count as a weapon?
Jack the Bug.
Yeah, and sometimes he does.
Chamber, Copycat,
Protocide,
Marrow, Agent Zero.
Marrow's a weapon?
Yeah. Because I think like also there's like a handful of like Weapon X characters who like later became like weapon characters due to Sinister, but like that might be just me like misremembering.
Man-Thing, the Symbiote,
Sauron,
Luke Cage,
X-23, obviously.
Yeah.
Did you say Sauron?
Yeah.
Like the Lord of the Rings Sauron?
No, Sauron the vampiric pterodactyl from the Savage Lands.
Huntsman.
Okay.
Phantom X.
Well, yeah, Phantom X is like a big weapon character.
The Cuckoo's Ultimatum. Are All God.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
Sinister.
well, that gets into the Sinister stuff because Sinister made the Cuckoos because they're clones of Emma Frost.
Yes, Mr. Sinister was a Weapon X staff at some point, and I think that's like where you get like the secondary like Weapon X characters from like the 90s, like Hemingway and
Well,
shit.
anytime there's cloning, it's Mr. Sinister. Unless it's Spider-Man, then it's the Jack.
And
Well, wait, hang on.
Jonathan Plyme was he was like a worker there. He was not part of the Weapon X program.
Here's the money shot. Here's the money shot.
Oh, that we've seen in every single X-Men movie?
Yes.
Not like 3 of them.
Okay, here's one for you.
Why
One
is
called...
the
Here's a Weapon X project. Project American Kaiju used already existing substances to create a new super soldier. Used gamma radiation, beast mutant growth hormone, PIM particles, and the lizard formula, which resulted in Todd Ziller becoming a monster similar to Godzilla.
Yeah, he's
Sure.
cool.
Oh, what about Weapon H? Do you guys not remember?
Are you talking about the Hulk bomb guy?
Yeah, the Hulk Wolverine guy.
God, fuck off with that guy.
Oh, there he goes.
Like, what if we have the Hulk be as Wolverine's powers?
Up. His claws. We see him.
Oh god, those claws look so shitty.
Oh, they look worse later. There's the money shot.
Because this is the movie where he has the worst claws, right?
Yes.
Oh, ooh, Hugh Jackman's ass. Now, did you think they refilmed that shot for each movie?
Like,
I
how
doubt
come
it.
they couldn't put the how come they couldn't put the headset on him? The
This
headset
is
looks so
terrible.
cool.
The
This is
headset.
terrible.
Oh god, that's like a trailer moment in the worst way. Just there with the X.
Hugh Jackman penis.
Oh.
I wouldn't mind seeing Hugh Jackman's penis, you know? It's probably huge, right?
Well, what's funny is like Jackman in like a lot of movies like wants to be naked and isn't. He was supposed to be naked in
Don't we all?
in the what was the stupid bad Universal monster movie he was in?
Van Helsing?
Van Helsing. He wanted to be naked in the scene in that.
Excuse
Oh,
you,
And they
sir.
were like,
God.
no.
That
Excuse
movie
me,
is
sir.
awful.
That movie's
Okay,
fun.
I'm gonna pull a Connor and compliment this movie. Okay. Earlier whenever he seems to get shot, it like actually affects him, and then like he like recoils or like he like falls down. But once the adamantium goes into him, the bullets don't like affect him as much. Like when Zero shoots him, hits him in the head, and then he just like shakes it off.
Oh look,
That
it's
was-
mom. Sorry, it's
that's
Mom
not
Pa
cool.
Kent.
Yeah,
Is the
there's that.
tornado going to take them away? This is
Oh,
so dumb to even include this here.
Is that sticker on the back of the car fake, like added? Because it looks fake.
There is a young naked man running into our barn.
Also, Lou, how dare you? Van Helsing is a fun movie. It's not
Doesn't this
good.
seem like the beginning of like a
I
really
said Van
odd
Helsing
porn?
was bad.
This
Okay,
seems
well,
like the,
so you're wrong too.
this is. I forgot this even existed. This is so dumb. So you know what characters these two are supposed to be, right?
What?
Oh, is he a weapon too? This
The
is supposed
Alpha
to be. Yeah, this is supposed to be the
Flight
two Alpha Flight people. Was it
Fuck.
Hank Hudson? What is he like?
fucking dumb.
Because like it would have been cooler to have them show up at the end of the movie, as like where he runs into them.
No clothes on.
Yeah, that guy is supposed to be Guardian, and then I can't remember.
So I have a question because, like, and I know we should probably talk about this off camera, but I am wondering, after we finish the X trilogy, are we gonna satisfy Leo next and do his Robert Rodriguez superhero duology?
I mean, I feel like it's old, you know, because this movie's already.
So sad because I thought we were gonna do watch like Street Fighter 2, the animated movie at some point.
I think we're gonna watch that when when Monster Hunter and
Mortal
Kombat comes out. That will be in between those two.
I'm like
God,
dreaming
these
of it.
Oh,
flies
God.
are so
Yeah.
bad.
They're
Yeah.
so bad.
So bad.
Oh my god, they look like they're
But-
drawn.
They
But
honestly,
Silent, yeah.
it's like they should have like totally just been props and like
Him
in like
holding
the-
them.
Oh,
yeah,
Oh my god, they,
like not
wait, watch
here,
this, watch this.
how did they
Oh.
spark? That
but like
doesn't even
here,
make
like
sense.
right when they had been props.
But
Oh my god, and they're on them so long.
Siler, yeah, your Street Fighter 2 is coming probably in April, I think is when the new Mortal
Oh
Kombat comes
God!
out.
What? This is actually, you know what? I remember. This is the moment this movie becomes really stupid and bad.
Oh, when this becomes a road trip movie to gather up the team?
Yep. Hey, I'm sorry for destroying your bathroom.
It's literally like they changed the Hudsons into being Ma and Pa Kent. It's so dumb. Oh my god. Because yeah, it's James Hudson and the wife is...
You're right. This should have been at the end because it would have made sense him being like lost and confused and like
they should have set up
the
that
claws for the first time.
he joins Alpha Flight at the end, and that's where he's been since X1. Like he was part of Alpha Flight through the 80s and like the early 90s. Like there's no reason to make them this elderly couple.
Oh, Lord.
My favorite. You're the
You must be. You get a good
bar.
This is weirdly like I feel like they give Wolverine like 12 save the cat moments in this movie. Like every scene is his save the cat moment. Which, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, like, do I have to explain the save the cat moment is?
No. I think I have an idea of what you're talking about.
It's from a book of like the guy who wrote Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, that like when you have a hero, you have to have a moment in the movie where he does something good. And I think it literally comes from the Superman movie, because I think it's the first one where he literally saves a cat in the beginning of the movie. And that's how you know Superman's a good guy.
Also, at this point, I would have just told what is it? I would have just told Cyclops to be like, "Hey, fuck you! This is my ride."
Forgot this is like the origin of his motorbike.
Oh no, it's more than the origin of the motorcycle. Wait till you see what happens. Because I already read it.
I forgot. God.
Cyclops is in this too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Emma Frost.
Also, this whole farm scene of Wolverine having like meals with like random strangers he meets along the way is like also bad in Logan, and I don't understand why people think that it's good there.
Did you recognize that jacket?
Oh my god, it's his famous iconic Wolverine jacket
from the first movie.
So
this jacket survives from 1979. Oh, and it's a perfect fit for his 5'4" frame.
Oh, he's not 5'4". He's Hugh Jackman's height.
I know. Hugh Jackman's what, like 5'10" or something like that?
Kid. And like a motorcycle to like a naked guy you just met this morning who also destroyed your bathroom.
Morning.
Well, that's because they had a really fun like night where, you know, you could really read this as they found the naked guy. No, I was just like...
She's like perfectly right in front of that. Oh my god!
Oh, I was gonna say, Siler, you could read this whole farm scene as like this couple who's really into...
So they just ate breakfast! Why did she have more breakfast?
Wasn't that dinner? That was dinner.
No, that was breakfast. That was breakfast.
So she was bringing them lunch?
Maybe.
But that sniper shot ruined my joke. Where it's like, you could read this whole film thing, this whole farm thing, as these old people are really into him because, like, that night they found the beautiful naked man to fulfill their fantasy.
Oh my god, man.
God, Lou.
That was terrible CGI running, man. God.
But for real, right? Like... There's like some weird sexual overtones.
You know, this movie could have been good, or this scene could have been cool.
And if you can hear, I'm now having my third beer for this movie. We are at the halfway point of this film.
Those dirt clouds are so bad.
Yeah, he's riding a motorcycle dirt bike style through the Canadian wilderness.
And we haven't even...
wants to kill Wolverine, and he's like such a crack shot. How did he miss him 3 times?
Like, what was the point of even killing the old people? Like, they're just leaving, like, all this collateral damage?
Because he missed. Like, I mean, that's what I assume would happen.
But like, they're as a secret government agency, they're leaving a ton of collateral damage.
Connor, where are you? I see your mic is muted.
He says he'll be right back. He better be right back.
All right, because
Connor's pulling out his old motorcycle and his leather jacket because he's going to cosplay.
Are we just assuming this movie is what happens to Canadians on a regular Tuesday?
Oh my! And these like shots are so the Hugh Jackman. I'm going to use air quotes and actually do them with my hands on a motorcycle are so terrible looking.
This guy's this director so desperately wants to be Michael Bay.
Gavin Hood, I believe.
Oh my god, that's terrible. And you're so right, Siler.
Wait. I know why I remember this name
and that's
now.
Like the Akira bike thing.
Yeah.
Don't you dare!
Connor, not Connor. Siler. You know what else this director made, right?
Oh yeah, we looked it up last show. He made something else that was really bad.
Motherfucking Ender's Game.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the same dude?
And that movie,
Yes.
and that movie's honestly worse than this movie.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
Yes, it is. We both know it is.
Like there's at least 20 good minutes of opening to this film. There's nothing good in Ender's Game.
Well, it's also because Orson Scott Card's a piece of shit.
Well, yeah.
Sure.
That was a big movie. So this guy got 2 swings, and they were both the biggest epic misses. Although this movie did make money,
still a miss.
What's funny is this is very much the Batman and Robin of the X-Men franchise. It is almost exactly the same. Where it made a shit ton. Well, I'm saying it made a shit ton of money. It's lauded for the most part by everybody.
Batman and Robin did not make a shit ton of money back then. I don't think.
I feel like it made a good amount of money.
It made $238 million on a budget of $160.
Okay, so that was the flop.
Except for Batman and Robin is a better movie than this.
Yeah, yes. So Batman and Robin flopped, but it kind of did the same thing. This killed the universe. How are they still alive? How does the radio still work?
Yes.
Oh wait, he directed that Eye and Sky movie with Helen Mirren. I didn't mind that movie. That movie was okay. One of Alan Rickman's last movies.
Go down this road, fine.
And yeah, so the writers are one half of the Game of Thrones guy, David Benioff, and Skip Woods.
Fuck Skip Woods.
Do you know what his top 4 movies are Thursday, I've never heard of that, is 1998, Sabotage, also never heard of. His next
Sabotage
2 movies,
is the Schwarzenegger movie, I think.
From 2014?
Yeah, that's the Schwarzenegger movie.
Yes, it is. His other ones, he wrote Swordfish, and he wrote A Good Day to Die Hard, the last Die Hard movie that takes place in Russia.
Ugh.
That movie's bad.
Yeah.
And you know what? It stunks because I like Die Hard 4 he wrote. I liked.
Oh, you know why he got this job? Is because he wrote Swordfish in 2001 with Hugh Jackman.
Oh,
he also wrote Hitman before this.
Both Hitman movies.
Yeah, he wrote both Hitman movies, The A-Team.
Which is a good movie. I will die on that hill.
And he is attached to be the writer for Kane and Lynch.
Oh, that's been in the works for years, though.
Yeah, it has no date.
Yeah, the Kane Lynch movie is as dead as the Kane Lynch video game series.
Yeah.
Which is equally as dead.
Yeah, and I would say the A-Team movie's not bad. Hitman, I like the first Hitman. Swordfish is so dumb and bad, but I love it.
I feel that movie was basically sold as you get to see Halle Berry's boobs. You want to see Halle Berry's boobs? Pay $10 and go to the movie theater.
And she got paid $4 million a boob.
So I haven't seen Swordfish. Die Hard 4 is good. Hitman 1 was.
No. He didn't write Die Hard 4. He wrote Die Hard 6.
No, he wrote Live Free or Die Hard. It's his.
No. He wrote A Good Day to Die Hard. It's the one after that. It's not the one with Timothy Olyphant. It's the one after that.
So the one that doesn't exist. Got it.
The one that takes place in Russia. Hey, look, it's our this is the kid that turns into the most like shifted or like shafted actor in the 2000s when it comes to roles.
Why is Scott Summers like in this movie? It's like your cast is already like bloated enough.
Hey Connor, can Canadians catch a beer that well?
Yes, it's actually an innate talent we all have.
Okay, just want to make sure.
So how did Benny like? I'm looking at Benioff before this. So he did The Kite Runner. Was that a big movie?
That's a big book.
Yeah, The Kite Runner was like a pretty major book that I feel like was kind of a pseudo big movie, but like not huge. Like it was like a big Oscar movie.
Okay, so that was what he did before this. Then he did Brothers.
He did the 25th Hour is a good movie I've seen.
Oh yeah. Well, it says novel screenplay, so.
Well, he wrote the novel it's based on. So.
Okay, 25th Hour is really good. Oh, he wrote Troy, which is bad but a big movie.
He wrote Brothers with Jake Gyllenhaal and Tobey Maguire.
Okay, I can see how he got onto the Game of Thrones. It's just like he's got a wonky career because that's the whole thing. Is like at the time, this is those fucking claws. This was kind of, even though like The Last Stand is terrible, like this movie was a big film.
Sorry to interrupt, but like, am I to like understand that like also up to this point in the film, like he still remembers everything that happened before the adamantium?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't you remember the ending of this movie of how they erase his memory?
Because isn't it like a bullet? Like a bullet gets shot into his brain, and it scrambles his brains.
Yeah.
Basically becomes Goku.
There's the Blob.
The Blob is not super strong.
Also, how is he not dead yet?
And also, that's not what happens to tattoos.
I mean, the Blob is strong.
Remember that girl when she was about 85 pounds? Oh, that's still so funny.
So Last Stand more than doubled its budget worldwide, but Last Stand was $210 million budget.
Oh yeah,
well, this was 150.
It was a big movie.
Way out, Logan. The victory.
I like how he's wearing a Save the Whale shirt.
Yeah, I don't think he's bad, and I actually don't think this suit looks bad. Either.
It's like, it doesn't look bad, but it's just like, why is Fred Dukes in this movie? It's like...
There's no reason.
I know I am, like, I actually, like, really like the Blob. Like, I really like him as being part of the Brotherhood. I
think he's in this movie because he has name recognition from the cartoons.
I fucking love him as, like, in the Age of X, as being, like, romantically linked with Psylocke as part of the Sex Cops.
Oh, you know what I like him as? In the Dawn of X stuff, as the bartender of the tiki bar?
Yeah.
He's really good.
Like, the Blob, I think it's like a kind of like a really cool character that, like, is really fun, like, character-wise, that, like, Liam Willis is not the only one who kind of knows what to do with him.
You know, this movie could have used a Black Eyed Peas song number from Will I Am. Just saying.
Well, he's here because make fat jokes, and also because like the special effects are easier. Hey, look, product placement.
Come on now,
and because like I think that the effects on the body look fine, and the only thing I think of, the only thing I can think of is because of the two cartoons. He's a big part of both of them, especially Evolution, which has got to be around this time, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, in Blob, like, up to this point was basically, like, the only, like, major Brotherhood character who hadn't shown up. Like, really the only one who hasn't, even, like, after all this time, is Avalanche.
Yeah. So, yeah, and Evolution was 2000 to 2003.
That's a good-ass cartoon.
I hate all of this. I hate all of this so much.
He's gonna fuck up some children.
It's like Bart Simpson.
But like, it's so unnecessary. Also, why does he already have the ruby quartz glasses?
Because like this is like before he gets like his
At
Like,
this
like,
age,
listen.
shouldn't he already be with Xavier almost?
I think
Like,
technically,
But also it's like, why does Sabretooth know about Scott Summers?
Like, listen.
Oh, well, they explain all that. Don't you remember?
Hate Apocalypse all you want, but at least they changed how Scott was introduced in that series.
Okay, see, I don't mind that happening. I just, also, the running is terrible. But, you don't remember the stupid twist?
Hey, who's big?
Again, I don't give Apocalypse the hate all you want, but at least it did a better job of introducing Scott Summers in this movie.
Did they?
I think so.
It still sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Siler, to answer all your questions, he knows about where everybody is because he still works for Stryker. Boom, boom, boom.
Why does Strike?
Stryker's been used. Stryker, he's the only one that stayed with Stryker. So Stryker has the list of mutants. So he's getting them. He's using Sabretooth to collect them all.
Handle that.
But how does Stryker know about the mutants?
Because he's part of
does he have a
Department.
Cerebro?
I don't think they've said.
Or it's yeah,
Because he's the government.
yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
Did they even call him Department H in this?
Department H is Canadian, remember? This is the
Oh
US
yeah,
one.
these are Americans. That's fucking stupid. Well, Department H is supposed to be, I think, multiple things. I feel weird saying this, but the Blob looks good. The makeup effects, I think, look pretty good.
Is that makeup or CG? Is that makeup?
No,
or
that's
CG?
all practical. That's practical. Which is, I think, why. Because I listened to a podcast that talks about how CGI. They talk about CGI ruining movies in many ways. Normally I'm I think that's bullshit. But in this movie, it's every CG effect looks like dog shit, and the one practical effect looks really cool. Oh my god, I'm just remembering all the twists. So that was twist 1, that Sabretooth works for Stryker. And we haven't gotten to twist 3 through 7.
Where is it? Logan. Real.
How do they look this bad?
Oh my god.
Fuck.
It looks even worse when next to practical effects.
Escape there one. Ooh.
Okay.
His name was Remy Bobo. He was a street hustler in New Orleans. The guard at the prison called him.
Remember when Channing Tatum wanted to do a Gambit movie for a decade?
And he tried for years up until the Fox buyout.
He was the Ryan Reynolds of that character.
Yeah, and we haven't seen Channing Tatum in a film in a while, have we?
He is directing a movie, I believe. I'm looking it up right now, but he was directing a comedy.
No redemption.
Well, he also has all of the money in the world because of those 2 Magic Mike movies.
Well, not only just that, but the Jump Street movies. Yeah, he's directing a movie called Dog. He was in the Lego Movie 2 recently, but he is directing a movie.
The last things he did were Lego Movie 2, and before that was Smallfoot.
But he's doing is that movie good?
I have not seen it. Oh, and he's in the second Kingsman movie, which I have not seen.
But this movie he's directing is about he's an army ranger and his dog companion haul ass down the Pacific coast in time to catch their best friend and handler's funeral.
See, I like Gambit as a character. I don't know if I like Channing Tatum. I actually think Taylor Hitch is good and plays the character. Oh god, that looks fucking terrible. Again, all the CGI looks horrendous.
Dude,
Also,
I forgot the Blob is in Apocalypse also for 1 frame.
Also, speaking of Channing Tatum, can we do Jupiter Ascending at one point? Because that movie is...
Oh, I will I think that movie is bad, but a fucking
in the best way.
Okay, we could only do it if we could do a bad sci-fi sword and shield, because I would want to do Jupiter Ascending, The Last Witch Hunter, and what's another horrendous one of those movies?
I mean, John Carter, right?
Either John Carter or what's the one, something in 1,000 Planets?
Oh, Valerian.
Oh, Valerian?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen Valerian, but like I'd watch that shit.
Yeah, I feel like those three fit together. So, John Scott, write that down. That's our shitty sci-fi, like, attempting to be pulpy.
But yeah, Jupiter Ascending, like as a film, it's like not good
Again,
in a
right.
way. Like I think Speed Racer is a great film that I defend to the death about.
I think Speed Racer is really fun.
Jupiter Ascending, I think is like bad, but like really like fun in a lot of bad ways. Like,
oh, I remember this.
I would also want to do Speed Racer because that movie is fantastic.
These teleporting effects look terrible, and I'm just so happy we're about to see Will.i.am eat it.
Yeah, get it out of here.
Kill.
It is. It is also like
Taylor Kitsch was like the guy for like a good 2.5 years.
Well, no, dude, you're underselling him. He was the man of like Friday Night Lights. Like he was a really hot young actor at this time.
So I'm going to put this down as an idea. Battleship?
Oh god, it fits in our genre.
Yeah, sadly.
That movie's actually not like all that bad, but like it's not like great.
No.
So, all right. As a thing, wouldn't this like destroy his hand? Because like he teleported into his hand, so wouldn't his hand be like fused at like a molecular level to his body?
You're giving this movie way too much credit, so you know.
Oh man, I feel bad for Taylor Kitsch. You know what the top like his top 4 on IMDb? It's this movie, John Carter, Battleship, and then Friday Night Lights, the TV show. And I feel like that's terrible for him.
Apparently, he was in that Chadwick Boseman movie, the Bridges one.
Oh, I've heard that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that was a pretty cool shot of him like flipping the cards up and then throwing them.
He did Friday Night Lights after this.
Oh, I'm looking at what else he did that I was like, I haven't seen
Gospel Hill Covenant.
Oh man, Sabretooth looking sus right now.
Wow.
His other big thing, he was in Lone Survivor.
Which I've seen like bits and pieces, but I didn't mind that movie.
Well, and then he's in he's in the Bad True Detective season, I think.
Yes. He's also in American Assassin with Dylan O'Brien.
He's in the Wake. He's the lead in the Waco miniseries. He plays David Koresh. I've heard good things about that.
And he is also in Only the Brave, which is from the Tron guy. Only the Brave, which is from the Tron Legacy guy.
Can I ask a question? Why did they decide Sabretooth runs like that?
Because it looks cool. I don't know.
But it does. Like, he's never done that. Like, he just runs on his feet.
Ooh, the guy who made the...
Well, they actually, like, maybe they can't do it. Well, no, they can do it. Like, it'd been kind of cool if they also would have had, like, Birdie as, like a secondary character to Sabretooth, who is, like, a character from, the comics. But, like, a lot of people would, like, know her as, like, the character that comes out with Sabretooth from Marvel vs. Capcom. She's, like, the girl with the gun.
Oh... Yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Have you ever read, is it First X-Men? It's a Neil Adams book.
Yeah.
I think it is a much better, like, origin for Wolverine and Sabretooth's animosity than this. Than, like, Wolverine origins and all this bullshit.
It just has, like, too many characters. It's like,
that's an X-Men problem.
Well, I mean, it's like specifically like I'm just talking about like this movie where it's just like
this movie, yes. I was talking about that book.
Like this movie is about like the origins of Wolverine and its animosity towards Sabretooth, but then it's like, we also have this extended scene with like
this looks terrible.
Summers
why is he after Gambit?
I don't know, but that was one of the worst.
That looked like from MK3, like, you have to keep hitting B to like...
Also, Taylor Kitsch is in a movie from the guy who did Tron Legacy that I haven't seen. It's Only the Brave. It's the firefighter movie.
Oh.
It's got a good cast, too. It's Miles Teller, Jeff Bridges, Josh Brolin, Jennifer Connelly.
Stay out of my way, yeah.
Would have like a really popular character like Gambit in this movie, but like he's
Wait,
not.
is that supposed to be the kid from X-Men 2?
It is.
Yeah, I think
His
so.
son, right?
Yeah.
And he's creepily frozen and naked.
Yes. But it's like, you'd have like this super popular character from like X-Men lore, like in this movie, but like it's a period film,
20 years
so
of
it's
work.
like you can't have Taylor Kitsch like show up in. Okay.
Oh my god, did you see that guy move?
4-star.
The dead body moved.
That's supposed to be Wade. That's supposed to be Wade.
No, that's Wade.
Yeah, that's supposed to be Wade. That's Ryan Reynolds, but it moved. But he's supposed to be dead.
Okay, so we had 9 minutes of Ryan Reynolds as like Wade Wilson.
Oh, I stopped checking. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That much?
Yep. So because basically I kind of collected in, and that was like, well, maybe he shows up like later on, and then he gets captured because I forgot.
He shows up. I don't think we see him again. That's it.
Yeah.
If that even was him on the table.
That was him on the table because his mouth was sewn shut.
Well, because the character that shows up later is not played by Ryan Reynolds.
But it's like, it's like, quote unquote, it's like the same character.
Yeah, it's the same character, but it's not played by him.
So we got 9. So I said 15, and you said 5. So we both won because it was right in the middle.
Yep.
Far.
Twist number 2.
Yep. So it's twist 2 of 7.
It's random like military guy.
That's the general.
I'm trying to remember, but I would suggest if you want to check out a cool origin story, the Neil Adams first X-Men is like pretty cool. Because the idea is like Wolverine and Sabretooth, since they're so old, try to make a team and it just goes to shit. I'm trying to remember what other characters are in it.
Relax. We're almost.
Because I think it's just the 2 of them, and then like everybody else is like new characters.
Isn't that an actual place? Or it was a place?
Yeah, 3 Mile Island is where they were testing nukes, so it's supposed to be uninhabitable. Okay, yeah, it's Wolverine, Sabretooth, Magneto, and then I think a bunch of other young mutants.
How you doing?
But it's really, I don't know, it's actually kind of like the opposite of other Wolverine stories, because like Sabretooth is very, very, like you like him as a character. Like you think he's very cool. God, fuck, every time I see those claws.
There's like been like 2 shots where they were decent. The rest are fucking horrible.
The thing is, they show them so much. Hey, look, it's Scott Summers again. All right, let's see how many mutants we can all name. That shouldn't be. Is Nightcrawler in this? I don't think so. I remember Emma Frost, and I don't remember if there's any other like notable mutants.
Isn't there like a Cyclone kid? He's supposed to be like a speedster of sorts.
Oh, is it supposed to be like Quicksilver?
I'm not saying for sure, but yeah. They have him like tied up. But he tries to like want to also.
We have a half hour of this movie left.
Oh, according to Super Creepy Person, Brian Singer, the Emma in this movie is not Emma Frost, even though I'm pretty sure she has Emma Frost powers.
As she does. And
It
also,
wasn't a promotion. I remember the trailers were like Emma Frost, and it was like
no. Lily Collins claimed to have Native American ancestry. That is what she told fans. She did the
The right power
Elizabeth Warren defense.
coexist. One body without ripping it
Oh,
apart.
God.
Son, first. Logan, you were the last. Impossible.
Oh my God! So Hugh Jackman, you want to know what he did instead? Like, did this movie when he passed on,
Well,
which would have been real interesting.
nothing
He was
motivates
offered the role to play Tony Stark in Iron Man,
Oh.
and turned it down to do this movie.
Well,
Yikes.
I don't see him as Tony Stark in any capacity, so
No.
I'm okay with that.
No. Well, Robert Downey Jr. basically in real life is Tony Stark in many ways.
real.
Is this twist number 4, I think, or 5?
Yeah, this is twist
Yeah, somewhere
3.
around there.
Like the denial. I'm about to.
They gave me a shot.
I mean, it's on Wolverine for this one, not looking for any sort of wounds.
Oh, I'm reading
Yeah,
here. So the first movie, or the original script was written by David Benioff, and then it was rewritten by Skip Woods
Oof.
before it was given to Gavin Hood.
Oh, the director. Also, I agree with Connor. This kind of is on Wolverine here.
This is
Never
so
read it.
like where they have to spell out all of the twists. She's like, no, but I did it for reasons, Wolverine. I'm not mean.
Told you it came down.
Oh, this is so dumb. And it would have been so much cooler. Apparently, Monahan, like that character, was originally going to be Beak, which he would have been great as Beak.
I imagine they like realized that they did not have the budget to do beat.
I know, but like that, he would be perfect for that character.
Yeah.
Telling you. The tricks.
Oh my God, the allegory was about him all along.
Look at all the tears.
Oh my God, she's crying so much. She's so emotional.
It's like, but you don't understand. I'm Native American, and they have my white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed sister here, who can turn into diamonds and is psychic, but she's totally not Emma Frost. That's the whole, like, this movie's so ignored because, like, it screws up the timeline of all their time jumping later on. Like, it makes no sense in the timeline. Also, how Leah Shriver turns into the wrestler that plays Sabretooth in the first movie.
Yeah, right.
Like, it makes no sense that, like, he doesn't recognize Wolverine. Like, I don't understand why they didn't do something to wipe both of their memories.
Sister, you said if I help.
It's not as simple. Mutation. We just need a little more time.
Superhero landing.
Oh, yeah. But why does Leah Shriver give a shit?
We had a man. We had a deal. Operation. Time will come.
Oh, she's touching him.
Ooh. 90-degree panel, like, spin camera. You're right, Sally. Like, this guy wants to be Michael Bay.
He took out his shirt.
drink. Wait, so he took off his red shirt
Yeah.
before
Yeah,
entering the building?
Well, yeah, because it would help with the.
Actually,
Well,
that's a
also-
very Canadian fight move. Take your shirt
also,
off.
like, how much size Liev Schreiber put on, yet he's in as much clothes as possible.
Well, yeah. Yeah, he looks good. I like him, so yeah.
That's what's so disappointing is that I'm like his hair looks Hugh Jackman's hair looks terrible. Like,
Chris
Liev
is like
Schreiber's-
at 90% right now.
Liev Schreiber is so wasted in this movie.
Was she like, Logan, you're not the bad guy? I would have just been like, you're not even my girlfriend.
I would have stabbed him in the dick. Been like healing factor that shit.
Like Wolverine cut his fucking nails, by the way. Like they look so fucking long.
Also, so with the adamantium, how much would he weigh? He's gotta weigh like 400 or 500 pounds, right?
It's like a joke when he got on the motorcycle and the guy was like,
Yeah.
"What?" And he's like, well,
I
"I can't
remember
a lot of weight."
reading somewhere where it's like 300 or something like that. Where it's not, he's not that heavy, but he is like
It's
he
a,
was
it's a
supposed to have
lot
like
of
worked out.
yeah, it's a lot of metal though. So
Well, it's only layer deep or like over the
like a
over the
coating,
bone
but it's
deep, right?
still like
Yeah.
you have a lot of bone to coat every part of your bones.
Well, also comic book, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But I mean, like if he jumped out and landed on him, like it's like dropping a couple cars on someone.
No. Cars weigh almost a ton. Cars weigh like almost 1,000 pounds.
What if it's like a Mini Cooper? Plus, we don't know how much adamantium weighs.
Yeah, exactly.
So, who is the
Toad.
character that has? Oh God. Okay, well, that was definitely a comic book character. That was a New Mutant, wasn't it? Is that Toad?
Toad.
One
That
of
was
them was
Toad.
Chamber.
Yeah, Chamber. It's Chamber. There was Toad.
Yeah, that's supposed to be Quicksilver.
Oh, is that like supposed to be Quicksilver?
Here's the money
Yeah.
shot. You know, for all the for how terrible this movie is, Hugh Jackman looks like a beast.
Oh yeah, this whole movie is built on Hugh Jackman being shredded.
Because like one of them was Emma, I believe. Like that's Emma
Yeah.
Frost.
Yeah, it's her sister. And there's Cyclops again. Was the wind person supposed to be? No, it couldn't be Storm.
The wind person was in Storm.
Yeah, the one person was not Storm.
Like how they have the guy playing Cyclops just keep touching Cyclops keep touching his eyes. Like we need to make sure they know your eyes. Oh, there's twins. Who are the twins supposed to be? Oh my god, the worst thing in comic book movie history.
It's Deadpool. Oh man,
That's what-
is that fan favorite character Deadpool?
Oh, I wonder which ending this is going to give us. Oh yeah, I forgot when they gave him swords.
I still love the shot where it's
Another way.
a bullet just hits him right in the head, and then Deadpool's like, "You'll thank me later." In Deadpool 2.
Hmm.
Oh, right.
Although I do have to say the stuntman they got does pull off Ryan Reynolds top of his
Well,
head.
it's Scott Adkins.
So he
Huge-
has a camera in his brain. Is that what's supposed to be happening?
It's like can be controlled by computer.
So if those blades are in his body, how does he bend his elbow?
Yep.
And why does he give dramatic looks?
Well, he even did like the whole like, wait, is that you? And he did like the head cock thing.
Yeah, how is that not supposed to be Emma Frost? And
It's absolutely, yeah.
that guy's definitely supposed to be Quicksilver.
Yeah, one of the guys who does the stunt stuff for X-Men, or for Deadpool, he was one of the zealots in Doctor Strange. Like one of
And
Scott Atkins.
yeah.
And the romance between Scott and Emma was born.
Oh, true that.
You want to know what's funny? Probably of the two Emma Frost, not the worst one.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Man,
The other
like,
one,
people, I feel like people like First Class way more than I do, because I don't think that movie is like.
January Jones is terrible in that movie.
January Jones is terrible in that movie, but I love First Class overall.
I think my problems with it are like the concept of it makes no fucking sense. Besides like Xavier and Magneto and maybe Mystique, the rest of the team, why it's those characters makes no fucking sense to me. Like they're just there for dumb reasons.
I don't know, man. I just saw it as a zippy, fun space movie, or a spy movie, rather.
Like,
So wait, Cyclops is Daredevil now?
Well, no, because he got like a psychotic thing from Xavier telling him to go left.
Is that what they're implying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch the rest of the movie, dude. For a fun surprise.
Like a kind of a cool idea. Like it's like funny because like you never see Cyclops or Daredevil be characters where they kind of both like have like the eye affliction, and that'd be like kind of like a cool pairing of the two characters.
Wow, he needs to what the fuck?
Why wouldn't you just say kill?
Why the fuck? One cool thing is that every time he teleports, you can see like the exoskeleton of Adamantium.
Why is he helping him?
Oh, really?
Because nobody kills.
Oh, of course.
Nobody kills him but him.
Oh yeah, I saw it there. Oh, it's recalling stuff from the intro.
This looks so bad.
Oh, this is terrible.
Also, this is ripping off. Civil War ripped this off, but it did so much better at the same time.
I wouldn't say rip it off. It just did it better. Like, a 2-on-1 scene.
His name is Deadpool because he has all the powers of the people who have been killed within.
Oh, look, his thing turned black because he has eye lasers. Why?
Oh,
burnt skin. I don't know.
But wouldn't it heal with the healing factor?
Shut up.
Stupid run.
Why doesn't Cyclops' eyes burn then?
Also, why doesn't he just turn his body into diamonds?
Yeah, man.
It's
like there's like a really hard like once he gets to that farm, this movie gets like pretty bad.
Oh my god, that running will never. Every time I see it, it's so terrible.
Hot claws.
Oh, wasn't that one of Wolverine's more recent powers?
Yeah.
His claws got hot.
Yeah.
It was foreshadowed.
But he has a healing factor, so why would you think he's dead? Oh, okay, never mind. Why would he still have eye lasers when he's dead?
Oh my god, this looks atrocious. This laser looks like a really bad computer effect.
This kid does look like a very young Ben Affleck, though.
Now, if I remember correctly, comic book wise, and I think this is something they never really got in the movies, isn't Scott's eye beams not hot?
Yeah, they're
like
concussive.
It's like some comic book bullshit where they're concussive, but they're actually not lasers.
They're not lasers.
They're like hard light, I guess.
Yes.
That's a very big belt buckle that he has on.
Yeah, I actually don't mind Liev Schreiber's like outfit. I do like him calling him Jimmy, but like The rest of it is fucking terrible. Also, I just noticed that Wolverine is wearing bell bottoms.
Yeah, like I said, his belt buckle was
It is
ginormous.
79, so like it works. Yeah, just cut it with your claws, dummy.
What the fuck? This is. Oh,
I forgot he came back.
What the? God damn. That was so lame.
Why would he throw away the staff?
Because this movie's stupid. Because this is all Connor Irving's fault. That's why.
God,
Friendship
Connor,
is
how do you
wonder-
enjoy this movie?
Guys, it's been like I think 10 years since I last watched this.
I'm trying
and
to remember. Did Shadow Fox die?
Oh wait, yes,
She-
I think she is.
Yeah, she
This
got
is
shot.
this is
Did she?
better. This is better than Apocalypse. Like I'm confident in saying that right now.
I
Oh
am
no, wait,
not.
she's here. Why is she hurt? Oh yeah, because she came back for him to get
Okay, so
herself
wait.
injured.
And then there was like a point earlier where, it also it's like so like when she told like her sister to go on, she's like, "Oh, I'm fucking hurt," and then like all of a sudden like she's like in the middle of this fucking field and she's like, "Oh, I'm still hurt." It's like, well, then why did you go? Like, why did you?
Oh wait, I just remembered the really dumb thing that happens.
Hang on, Connor Irving. You said this has been 10 years since you last saw it. So what do you think of it now?
Well, okay, it's also this is the first time I've seen it with the completed special effects. I've only ever seen the leaked version that came out.
Is it much of a difference?
Yeah, it's a complete like this shot wasn't in there. It was just like a little blue screen shot of them walking. None of this I've seen before. A couple of this. It's most of this that I've never seen
my
before.
God!
So it's 3. Oh. Wow, dead center.
Headshot.
Kill-tacular.
So like four, or that's I think it was 5. So he's got one more bullet.
No, that was 6. That was 6, I think.
I counted 5.
I think it's 5. I think he gave him 3 to the body and then 2 to the head. So I think he has one more bullet left.
Oh, good point. I thought he shot 4 to the body.
Yeah, because he has 1 now.
Why would you waste an animanium bullet on her?
Also, I guess she doesn't need skin contact. Yeah, you should.
Yeah, you should. But then X-Men 2 wouldn't have happened, and Brian Cox wouldn't have come onto the scene.
Brian Cox is good. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying Brian Cox
Brian
wouldn't
Cox is
come onto the
awesome.
scene. I'm saying no, he's not. I'm
So
saying
this is our
it's good
second.
that you didn't kill him.
This is our second of 3 strikers. Our second of 3 cyclopses. Our second of 2 saber-tooths. Our first of 2. Yeah, our first of 2 Emma Frosts. That was the other thing. The walk.
Our first of our 2 blobs. Don't forget that.
First of 2 blobs. I don't know if I would consider that a Quicksilver in there, but that's definitely who that character is supposed to be.
There's not a second blob in the X-Men movies.
X-Men Apocalypse. He's in it for 1 shot. He dies.
In X-Men Apocalypse?
Yes. He fights
I do not
Angel.
remember that.
He fights Angel in the fucking.
Oh god, that face CGI is so bad.
And this was a year before Tron Legacy.
And you can tell.
Well, it was
Oh
worse
my
than
god, the running on touch green screen.
It was worse than X3.
Oh my god, that was as bad as the face stuff was. The green screen was even worse.
All the green screen.
None of this stuff is here.
But like, where are all these characters then? Well, I guess it's 79, so they could all be graduated and moved on. But like, conceptually, that means that because this is where the timeline still makes sense. So this is 79, and Emma Frost is like 15.
But in the 60s, she was 30?
30?
I'll be like, well, that's the thing. It's like this movie did not succeed, and then a couple years later we have First Class, and First Class is like
we are ignoring that
a
movie.
fairly hard reset. Like,
Which is weird because after First Class we have the Wolverine.
No. Yeah, we do. I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah, the Wolverine is after First Class.
In First Class, we even have like a cameo of him as Wolverine in that movie. But like, yeah, like.
What's my name? Trust me.
So fucking dumb. So Gambit is like part of Wolverine's backstory now?
Yes.
Like, I feel like this is a dumb way to deal with like the memory loss.
It is.
It's very dumb. Everything about this movie is dumb.
It would be more interesting if they did what Powers Comics did. It's like as he gets older, he's just like he can't. There's
like,
not enough room in his brain to remember everything.
So they fake Silver Fox's death, and then they bring her back, and then she's like killed by like a stray bullet, and like really like she ultimately serves like zero purpose within this entire film.
She gets Wolverine to be in the plot. She's the only reason like the plot happens around him.
Like
because but she works for them, but then they fake her death.
But yeah, like she plays.
Why?
Okay. So she plays a part, but like she it's like she has nothing to really do.
Well, here's my question: what is the plot of this movie? Because there's so many twists that, like, what is the point? So, like, is the whole point for them to get Wolverine mad enough that he'll submit to getting the adamantium?
I guess.
But then, why not just, like, attack him full force and trank him? Like, why have someone seduce him and do all this other bullshit? Like, it doesn't, like... And then after that point... They're trying to get him back.
I think there's that plane that's leaving the island. So obviously, like
Gambit.
Gambit like dodged within all those fucking cops, and that's the ending. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, no, who needs to explain anything?
Wait. What's the special ending on this one?
Deadpool lives.
Is on this one?
Yes.
Yeah. Connor, what the fuck?
Yeah, because there was 3 of them or 2 of them?
There were 3 of them. They had a clue ending.
Yeah, because it was he picks up his head and he smiles.
Or no, he like widens in shock. The other one is Stryker being picked up.
Well, that was that.
No, Stryker gets picked up in all of them. Because Stryker just got picked up. I didn't see the Deadpool stuff.
At the very end of the movie, it's not worth it.
It's a second.
Oof. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, here's him picking up his head. It's an hour 47-ish. And he says shh. And it's bad. So that was X-Men Origins Wolverine. What is the plot? Like, so we have the beginning stuff. So Stryker's goal is to get Wolverine to put the adamantium so he can get funding, but then he kills that dude anyway.
Because the guy was going to cut his funding.
Okay, but then he needs Wolverine after he gets the adamantium, I guess, to prove he has the adamantium. Like, I get Sabretooth's plot, but like, why did Stryker have Shadow Fox? That's her name, right? Shadow Fox?
Yeah,
Why did he have the nice white lady go to Wolverine and couple up with him?
I think to basically just keep a tab on him.
Okay. But then they faked her death to give him a reason to sign up to get the adamantium so he'd go after Victor?
I don't know, man.
I stopped trying to make sense
I
of this
think
plot
I
in
think there's like
2009.
I think there's like an idea where like the Weapon X project is getting funding. Stryker sees Wolverine as like, or like Logan as like the optimal like person to be a part of this project, and he somehow like tries to trick Wolverine into getting within this project. So then Wolverine like shows up, does this project to go hunt Sabretooth, but like it kind of just all falls apart like once Wolverine leaves, because they're like, we'll kill him. And I'm like, but like you like it's like, instead of like killing this old couple at some fucking farm, like wouldn't it have just made more sense if you would have sent like one, like the Blob, who's like still like within friendly terms on both sides, or Will.i.am, to basically be like, hey, like here's the deal, like come on back. But it's like basically like Weapon X like basically fucks up their own situation to try and get Wolverine back or kill Wolverine. It's like not entirely sure like what their cause is at this point. But yeah,
it makes no, like, that was like my big thing, my big takeaway from this is like
really
what is the plot?
Like really, like the movie is like kind of not bad until Wolverine leaves Weapon X.
Until what's her name fake dies. That's when the movie takes the turn.
I even think like the Weapon X scene is like not bad, where he gets like the antimanium put in his body.
No, we've seen it like 4 times before, or 3.
I mean, like this was like
a better version of it.
This was the second time we saw it, because I think we saw it X2, and it's not.
I think it's in X1, isn't it? I think he has a dream about it.
I have not seen X1 in a very long time, but yeah, it's like, so they do that scene, and then like I think like as soon as he jumps off that waterfall, like symbolically,
that is the movie going down.
That film jumps off a fucking cliff.
It is like, this isn't the worst movie we have watched by far.
It comes pretty goddamn close, though.
Connor, come out and explain yourself. Defend this movie.
I mean, what do you want me to defend?
What did 10 years ago you like about this movie?
10 years ago, me was really sick and bedridden a lot, and just had to watch movies. So,
I mean, like, here's the thing: it's like
this one to watch over and over.
But
yeah, I mean, oddly enough, yeah.
But I mean, it's like, here's the thing: it's like, you know, like all of us like a bad movie at some point in our lives that like we kind of like ultimately defend in some ways. Like I fucking love that Street Fighter movie from like 1994.
Oh, I love that movie, and it's trash. But like, it's
trash.
Yeah.
It's absolute trash. You
I
know?
should. Oh, sorry. Go on. No, I didn't want to interrupt.
No, go ahead. But like, I feel like we all, like everyone, has like that trash film within like that they love, that they go back to.
Super Mario Brothers.
And not to say like you've gone back to like Wolverine Origins, but it's like, you know, like
I hated watching it, but I also yeah, like I really enjoyed watching it again just because of nostalgia's sake, and it is very dumb. I will say that, but it there's like an inherent campy dumbness that I also enjoy very much from it. Like there's nothing I'm gonna ever praise about this movie besides maybe that one scene where Hugh Jackman like punches a helicopter, which is always cool to me.
Yeah, and it's like I think that movie is like not bad for like, you know, up until like he jumps off that cliff, and then like, you know, and even like afterwards, like he does that fucking like kick flip, he does that kick flip, and he like does like a flip, and he like does like the slashing of the helicopter, and it's like, oh yeah, like this is stupid. I can imagine myself in like 2007 being thought that was like stupid, but like me now, like at like 9 o'clock at night, being like, oh yeah, like that's stupid dumb.
Yeah, like I'm 25 now, and I've got better shit to do, and there are better movies to watch.
I forgot to see what else came out around this time. That's what I wanted to look up.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
That's a better movie.
2009 in film. This was like the big first like start of the summer.
I feel like Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
The Chun-Li movie? No? The Chun-Li movie came out this time of year?
Dragon Ball Evolution came out this year, which
Yeah.
Oh my god.
which going back to like films that you have like a fondness for, like I will always have a fondness for Dragon Ball Evolution because like me and a friend went and saw it because like I always go see a film on my birthday weekend. I go see whatever new film comes out on that weekend, and it happened to be Dragon Ball Evolution, and it was me, my friend, and one other person randomly in the theater watching this film, and like I always have a fondness for Dragon Ball Evolution because of it.
See, I have my only memory of that movie is I saw Red the moment I left the theater.
The movie Red or like Red in your ledger?
Red in my vision because I was so angry.
I think that movie is like not as like it's bad, but it's like also like
I think that's more fun bad because it has great actors.
Bad. It's like it's not like it's like this goes back to like the Legend of Chun-Li versus Street Fighter like comparison where like Street Fighter I feel like is like it's like fun and campy and you can kind of have fun with it, but Legend of Chun-Li takes itself like so seriously that you just can't have fun with it. Like Dragon Ball Evolution, I just feel like is like a film that's like it's like a big joke. It's like it's not probably a great joke. It's absolutely not a great joke, but it's like at least it's like kind of having fun with itself.
Evolution, I didn't get that sense whatsoever. That and Last Airbender, I think, are two of the worst movies ever made. Two of the absolute worst.
Wait, which ones?
Dragon Ball Evolution and The Last Airbender are two of the absolute worst movies ever made.
I think The Last Airbender is way more unwatchable than Dragon Ball.
I'm looking. There are some. This is not a great year for movies. Now, it's very hard to tell. Is this the year that Avatar dropped?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it's Avatar, Half-Blood Prince is the number 2 movie. So this movie was number 15 for the year. Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs, I think it's like the 3rd one.
Yeah, it's a 3rd.
Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers, which is bad. 2012, which is the Nicolas Cage movie.
No, that is the John Cusack.
movie. Okay.
Which is stupid fun. I like that movie.
Fun movies. Okay, thank you for making me the only one that time.
The most depressing Pixar film of all time, Up.
I don't know.
Number 6.
I found Soul pretty heart-wrenching at times.
Yeah, Soul got.
We talked about it in the last episode. I didn't really connect with Soul.
Red Line comes out in 2009. One of the best anime films of all time.
Oh, that shit.
It's Twilight. I'm gonna watch it again.
Twilight New Moon, the first Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr., which I love as like a dumb movie to watch.
Sherlock, the sequel
came out in 2009.
Angels and Demons and The Hangover is number 10.
Ninja Assassin came out in 2009. That movie rocks.
The Second Night at the Museum, Star Trek, Monsters vs. Aliens.
Oh, that Second Night at the Museum is good.
So X-Men Origins Wolverine beat out Terminator Salvation, which I think is a better movie.
Fantastic Mr. Fox came out in 2009.
Weirdly, the 4th Fast and the Furious movie. So that's the one where Vin Diesel comes back.
Everyone comes back.
Everyone comes back. So that's where we get the big change.
Oh boy, G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra.
Oh yeah, well the other big ones in our genre are like Prince of Persia.
Oh, that's 2010.
They have it in 2009.
It's 2010.
It probably got released in December, and then it's like the carryover into the next year.
Push was another one that Chris Evans.
I have not seen that one.
Jennifer's Body
cool.
came out in 2009.
Push is cool. I like that one.
There is like a bunch of I think once you get past 20, there's a bunch of movies that were like fine, like The Proposal.
Watchmen with a genre.
Yeah, the Ryan Reynolds movie, The Proposal with Sandra Bullock. This is also the year where she wins the Oscar for The Blind Side, which is a movie I can't watch.
And the Razzie
for
All About
Something About
Steve.
Steve. Yeah.
District 9.
The first Paranormal Activity and The Final Destination.
You also forgot G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. How dare you?
This is also
that movie's bad.
Yeah. Inglourious Bastards.
Paul Blart Mall Cop, Bruno came out this year, 17 again.
Didn't Taken come out that year?
I don't know.
I swear to God, I remember
Oh my God. In our genre, Race to Witch Mountain with The Rock.
I've never seen that movie. Never seen it.
Zombieland.
Land of the Lost. Oh, that's an okay movie. Boondock Saints 2.
Princess and the Frog came out this year.
Crank 2.
Oh, Where the Wild Things Are came out this year.
Pink Panther 2.
Fantastic Mr. Fox and Where the Wild Things Are, two of the most underrated movies ever made.
This is the same year as The Men Who Stare at Goats. And Saw 6.
Also, 12 Rounds starring John Cena. Ninja Assassin, which is super underrated.
Ninja Assassin is fun.
Ninja Assassin's great.
Wait, is this the same? This 9 did not come out in 2009, did it?
Yeah, it did.
It did.
9 came out in
Oh,
2009.
that is such a weird... I don't like that movie.
Yeah, that movie is not as good as you hope it would be.
The all-time underrated classic Mystery Team came out in 2009.
You know what movie, like, speaking of what we talked about, who could have possibly played Sabretooth? Gerard Butler movie that I kind of love because it's just terrible schlock. Gamer.
Oh, Gamer's good.
Gamer is real dumb. I love it.
Gamer's real dumb, but it's dumb good.
Also, Fanboys came out this year, which is a good, fun movie. Jennifer's Body came out.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Which is like Jennifer's Body's had like kind of like a real. It's like one of those films that's had like kind of like a real like look
it has like
back
a cult.
and, like,
it has like a cult following, I think now, right?
Yeah, because like I think it's like, you know, Jennifer's Body is like a film that came out at a time where like undeservedly oh my God, like I'm blanking on her name. Megan Fox was like basically shit on by like
this was post her
entertainment culture, and I feel like
it was after her like calling what's his name Hitler on the Transformers about Transformers.
It's basically her moving on from Transformers because Michael Fox like treated her like shit.
Michael Fox
treated Megan
Fox. And like so like I feel like the last couple of years is like people have like kind of gone back on the career of Megan Fox and re-examined Jennifer's Body as like kind of a, you know, a forgotten, like not classic, but like a forgotten, like, you know,
fun horror romp
of the era that should be revisited in like a greater aspect.
All right, to get us a little back on track, so we are going to finish out our X trilogy reading, because there's only 2 issues, and then watching, and I might throw in there, I'm going to watch the 90s animated version of Days of Future Past. So this is skipping... Yeah, the animated cartoon, the 90s one, did in season 1, 2 episodes called Days of Future Past.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to make sure I watch that. And yeah, the issues, I think it's only 2 issues in the comics. And then, and the movie. So Days of Future Past, the movie. So after X-Men Origins Wolverine comes First Class, The Wolverine, and then I believe it's Days of Future Past where they're trying to bring the 2 franchises together.
It's kind of merging the 2 timelines, and then I think the end and minor spoilers,
which directly erases this. This movie is completely ignored canonically.
Yes,
the one that we just watched. Yeah, so it brings together the world of First Class and the world of the original trilogy, plus the Wolverine. So I feel like the Wolverine is in continuity to this world.
It is, and it's also in continuity, kind of
Logan, right?
Logan.
Yeah.
So does the Wolverine.
Yes, and Deadpool is in continuity as well. So yeah, that is what we will do next. It's only 2 issues, 2 comic book issues from, what is it, like 88 or 87?
Give me 1 second. I'm looking. Where are you? Why are you not? Can't seem to find it. Oh, Days of Future Past. 81.
Wow, 81. So before everybody on here was born. Way before we were all born. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see, because I've never seen that movie. This is, I think, besides like the newer stuff we've done, this will be the first movie I have never seen. First Class. Oh no, the Wolverine is the last one I've seen of like this group, not counting the 2 Deadpool movies. And then we're gonna finish up our X series, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to do after that. I've been in a real Marvel X-Men kick, so like it'll be interesting to watch a movie that's mostly seen good. So So anybody want to do a quick round of plugs before we head out for the evening? I'll just say check out all the other shows, leave a 5-star review.
You can check me out. I'm at Question Connor on Twitter. I'm at Maybe Connor on Instagram.
I'm gonna question you why your enjoyment of this movie.
It's because I'm a sick, twisted man that doesn't get enough sleep. And go play your local Gears of War.
I'm not a Gears fan.
They pay the bills, man.
Oh, okay. So then go play them for Connor.
For me.
All right. Again, I just LRTB_3 on Twitter, but I don't actually tweet. I guess if you want to follow a dead account, follow that.
You can find me at John JOHN_FN_Siler SEILER on Twitter. I post up comics I buy for the week. I retweet music from video games I like, and then also retweet like bullshit that's been happening currently, and not
been a lot of bullshit.
Yeah. Also, like, hey man, like this is the thing that kind of like happened today, by the way, where like people are blaming someone who works for Viz Media for like a thing that happened like 10 years ago before they like even worked for the company. Like, you know, don't be a shithead on the internet. Like, treat people like people and not like anonymity, like anonymous people on the internet. Like, you're not cool. You'll never work within the industry if you treat people that way. And like, as someone who kind of pseudo works within the industry, like, I keep track of that shit. And if I'm keeping track of that shit, like, I assume other people are also doing the same thing.
John's got the receipts, my guy. So you best fucking watch yourself on the internet. It's basically the same.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with the homie John.
No, like not even with me. It's like I serious. Like, look, man. Like I'm like a white guy on the internet. Like I do not have to deal with the hate that other people have to deal with. If I'm keeping receipts, like by and large, like I assume like other people are keeping those same receipts. So like treat people the way you want to be treated on the internet, and don't be an asshole.
Who watches The Watchmen? John Siler. That's who. All right. Watch yourself.
Yep. John Scott.
All right. You can find me on Twitter, jamscott193. I'm also writing for my buddies over at Gatecrashers. That's at gatecrashers.fan. I'm doing I just did a whole 10 favorite discoveries of 2020. And I have a post coming out about the Tron franchise, which I kind of do a little deep dive into because I love that series and I want the new one to be good.
I'm a fan of Tron.
That sounds cool. Tron,
one thing I forgot to plug. If you like watching cute dogs, you can follow my new puppy at Notorious Rose BG on Instagram and TikTok. My wife runs the Instagram, I run the TikTok, so follow the TikTok. I put her running around to like making stallion songs because she's a hardcore.
That's dope.
All right.
Wet ass puppy.
Yeah, literally, like that's it. The next time she gets a bath, that's gonna be my post. All right, we'll catch you guys next time. Adios.
Have a good night. Don't watch X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I mean, you should watch it for this podcast and then leave a review.
Yeah.
And then
the
never
point
watch
of
it again.
commentary, Leo.
And remember,
fuck.
I only love you if you watch this movie.
Also watch Red Line.
Ooh, shiny.